Where are you?
I'm in London. I'm in London. Yeah, just rotate the camera.
Like this?
Do you know how to press the rotation lock on your phone?
Oh,
There you go. Where are you?
new home, bro. 3 floors. Look at that.
Yeah, how was that house? And are you really going to stay there for 3 weeks? There's no sheet on the bed.
Okay, what'd you say?
There's no bed sheet.
Man, you know how they do it here.
Oh, no,
Europe is weird like that, but I love this place.
What's it like in Albania since I left? I haven't seen. You haven't done any content. You just been tweeting.
I'm having a blast here, bro. I have stayed in the city for a few days now, the capital, and yeah, I think I'm actually gonna stay here year round. Like, I'm not even joking.
You told me the Wi-Fi in that house is going to be top notch. It's a little laggy.
You're a ball. Let me try a different spot of the house.
Yeah, try a different spot.
Well, fuck, man.
Take your time. It's fine.
Okay.
Take your time because I have questions too, and we have the chat going. And so but yeah, just make sure everything's good.
Is it better here? Is the Wi-Fi better here?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Okay, I'll stay here.
a bit better. A bit better. Yeah, I'm going to Miami finally tomorrow. Today's my last day abroad.
What's in Miami?
My desktop setup and, family. There's a lot of people. Ready? I'm just ready to go back. I've been traveling for about a month and a half.
Bro, are you crazy, bro? You just stay here.
It's a lot of money and stuff. I'm ready to get back to my setup and everything, and I miss Miami. Actually, I don't miss Miami. I don't know why I'm going back. There's no actual reason. There's nothing for me there besides my apartment. But I'm like, I think maybe because I've been spending so much money traveling.
If you don't have a reason, you're gonna land there and be I made a mistake. That's what's gonna happen. 100%.
I was thinking about making the move to Bosnia full time, and he walked away. Okay, well, I'm reading the questions from Love Speech. There's some good stuff in here. And he walked away. But yeah, GodPill people, what's going on?
That's still better than Miami.
The what?
Bosnia full time is still better than Miami for sure.
Yeah, did you see the documentary?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Did you see the
Caesar's
end?
dad and everyone.
Because I was wondering if
Yeah.
people just watched the first interview and then clicked away, but I thought the last interview, even though Rafet was great, I think the last interview was the best one.
Yeah, you gotta do more shit like that. And it got like 1 million hits.
Yeah, I got 1 million views, but I don't make any money from this stuff. It's purely out of passion. There's no interest, like there's no return on interest for me. It's just for a passion project completely.
I could see you living there.
Is it worth spending like weeks and thousands of dollars on these documentaries if I make no money from them? What do you think?
Oh, yeah, because then it monopolizes your content where it's like, oh, that's sneako content. It's like that becomes you. Like even FouseyTube said this guy's so intelligent because of that documentary stuff. So like, but then if you think about it, even if you don't do it, no one really does your style content anyway. You can just stream and be unique, right?
It reminds me of the reason that I started streaming in the first place, where I liked making this content and then it made no money and I needed to make money. And then it's like the difference between fine dining and fast food. Streaming is fast food. It's just loud,
Well,
chat. The Kai Cenat face, Riz, Gyat, but you make a lot more money. It's easily consumable by everybody. It doesn't last long. People forget about it, but everybody needs it and eats it right now. So you can make 20 times the money, but it's not going to be nutrition for you. It doesn't feed the soul.
What do you mean that everyone forgets that? Everyone remembers.
No. Everybody forgets like Twitch streaming. That's what I'm saying. You can put hours and hours into Twitch streaming, like the phase content. That's McDonald's. Whereas documentaries and passion projects, that's fine dining. That's cuisine or whatever. It takes way longer to produce. You need all these chefs in there. You're gonna suffer. You have Gordon Ramsay screaming at you, and then only a select few people are even gonna appreciate it. Even the people that the writers of the food magazine that critique, they're the ones that actually get it. Whereas McDonald's, everybody likes it. It tastes good. It's terrible for you, but you can open them up everywhere, and it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So I remember having that decision back then, like, okay, should I just take the switch to fast food? And I did, and it was really like I did it. And we talk about this all the time. I made a lot of money streaming, but it doesn't like it. I'm not fulfilled by it. Whereas the documentary stuff costs money. Don't make the return on interest isn't there, but I am happy you're doing it.
Well, I mean, the return on investment would be after you do 10 countries, and then they give you like a Netflix show. That's, if you think about it, streaming, you don't just jump up to the next level. Like only one content that could be with Kevin Hart like that. But for you to jump to the next level, all you have to do is 10 banger projects, and then we see you on those shows like Guy Fieri with Sneeko.
Would I ever get a Netflix deal? Like, and I'm not trying to have like a doomer mentality, but talking about those boxes you win so much where you kind of have to be your own Netflix. And not even that, like most people, the alternative to Netflix is what? It's YouTube, right? That's the alternative platform for like directors, stuff like that. They give up and they just put it up on YouTube. I'm taking the alternative to the alternative on X. I don't think I would get that. I would think I just have to do it myself.
What do you mean by alternative? Alternative, like it's not Rumble?
No, well, I'm saying X is the alternative to YouTube. Rumble's the alternative to X. That's an even a further step down when it comes to like mainstream consumable content. But yeah, I'm curious to what you think about that. Like the difference.
I've been proven wrong every time. Anytime I feel like someone's canceled forever, there is this weird thing that happens where if the cake, which is content, if the cake you make is so delicious that even the haters enjoy it, for some reason everyone just forgets what Sneeko did in his past, right? Like the O.J. Simpson cake, everyone forgot that he murdered a white woman, or like the Kai Cenat with the New York stuff. For some reason, let's say your documentary stuff was just getting better and better and better. That would be your like door away from being canceled. Or like Cristiano Ronaldo, he could do anything, and people are just gonna forget because they want to see him play football.
So, yeah, but okay.
It depends. What's your best cake? Is it streaming? Is it documentaries? Is it? I always like the documentary stuff because let's say you did 10 in 1 year, 10 strong ones. Then you would be like the movie streamer. Everyone else is a TV show streamer, and then they like wait for a sequel movie. But when I think of the behind the scenes stuff, I'm like, holy shit, is that a lot of work? Plus the streaming and everything you have to do.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of like this month. The work output to do the GodPill podcasts, to do the streaming contract that I have with Rumble, and the documentary on top of that, and the amount of traveling. And of course, like the real estate and everything, it's been a lot. I've gotten my body's tired. Like I'm not like depressed tired, but just I can feel the aches in my bones. I'm ready to. That's why I want to go back to Miami.
My dude, I'll tell you this: gut instinct. Don't go anywhere else besides Miami, because oh man, I can imagine you in that hot room and you're going to be like, I have nothing to do and I'm 12 hours away from Europe. If I were you, I'd do some shit in Europe or just stay here. I'm here for 3 weeks. Just stay here 3 weeks and work from your computer.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, because the downside of I have to open up my mail. Like my dad keeps saying, you got to open up your mail in Miami. What I can do is I can give my assistant the keys because he needs a break. Like he's been traveling with me for like almost a month.
Oh, 100%. You should start traveling as a team because bro, that's how things feel like work. 100%, you should just be on a laptop in this city, and it's not like we're driving around anymore. We're literally stationed in this city for a month. Or 100%, if you're with a team, bro, then don't even come out here, because if you're with a team, my dude, it's almost like, I don't know, how do you say, like babysitting? Because it's not babysitting, but it's like they're waiting for your schedule. But if you're alone, you can actually relax and just do some streaming. And then if you need a cameraman, you can just like get one for like one night. But
I
if you're
kind of
coming
like
here
the
with a team,
babysitting aspect though. Right now, there's one of my business partners.
no, you don't.
I know.
You're
Let me explain.
exhausted from it, bro.
But it helps keep me on, because we're both like this chaotic personality. We're having a bit of routine. Like at the beginning of this, you're like, tell me what to do. Having a bit of routine helps you get out of bed. Without that, I can lay in bed all day long, looking at Twitter, reading stuff, picking the hairs.
No, bro, check this out. Not only do we have the 3-floor house here, but I also have Swiss Diamond luxury hotel that I'm staying at. Bro, we can GodPill every single night and be with my cousins after, and we all go out and we all go do normal stuff and shit. But you don't have a social life in Miami, I guarantee you, because you don't club, you don't drink alcohol. You're gonna be in Miami thinking like, what? Why am I not around Zherka? And when there's like a million family members, bro, it's actually like,
Well,
for some
okay.
reason,
On Jesus' name, are you going to like keep doing the thing where you're like, now let's drive 8 hours here and 10 hours here?
I swear to God, I've never done that to a homie where I keep driving away. But that laser pointer incident made me think like, yo, you're getting me. I start seeing dragon nightmares, and I'm like, that, I gotta go. But bro, I'm telling you, here is like not even 10-minute drive. There's no more driving at all. And I guarantee you, homies will like it, but I think you should see it as long term. Like, don't come here for 3 days. Come here until the end of the freaking wedding. Like 2.5 weeks, stay here and just pretend it's Miami, because you don't drink alcohol, you don't go to the clubs, you actually don't, and you don't even like your Miami friends, bro. If you stay here, from here, we can set up a new team and go Australia or wherever the you want. Because, bro, after I'm done this, holy shit, can I go wild on the streets. After this wedding, I can go nuts.
By the way, can you put it out there? The Zherka fans that keep saying like, Sneeko ditched Zherka's brother's wedding. Was I even invited to the wedding?
That's the thing. I was afraid to ask because they're like 1 year ahead of time attendance and a 250 people limit. And everyone has their own fish and their own food and stuff. And Sneeko's like, how do I put Sneeko in? I'd have to take someone out.
Yeah, so I'm not. So okay. I don't care if I'm invited or not. I've never met the guy.
You're invited to everything except that part.
Okay, but okay. So can you tell your fans that like I'm not a bad friend? They're like, look at him leaving Eden's wedding. I've never met the guy. I wasn't invited to the wedding. They think that I was. They think I'm ditching the wedding that I was not invited
He's
to.
abandoning Eden.
I don't know this person. Like what? I don't know what they're. Okay, but. Also, before we get into, I want to get into some esoteric stuff, and I have questions to ask you too. Well, last question. I want to hear your advice on this, and maybe someone could take this broad advice in here too. I have one more month on my Rumble contract. August is wrapping up, and September is my last contracted month on Rumble. And so it feels like I'm graduating school, or like I feel like I'm in the twilight. Like I'm about to graduate high school. You know, when your exams are coming up and your final exam in, and then you got to see if you're gonna get accepted into university. That's what it feels like right now. Like I'm trying to get accepted into.
And universities run by.
Well, they are. They are.
Well, there it is. There it is.
They are.
You need to just joke. You need to joke more. You're too serious.
And then then you have the comedian whatever. What should I do?
I'd remain a free agent. I'd shop around. I'd talk to YouTube. I'd talk to Twitch. And then, even if I don't get an offer, I'd still remain a free agent until Rumble throws up some big bucks. But if you want to know what I would really do, I would do a gambling contract with Kick if I were you. Comment, fuck. get that gambling contract, and then I would do that Tate thing where it's like, if I have enough money and power, then I can be a good guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've been going at pimping nonstop. What's the difference between gambling and pimping?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Maybe I just don't understand the gambling thing. I've never gambled in my life, but can you like? I don't really get how it's evil. Like, I don't know. So you're getting people to gamble. You're getting young people to gamble, and that's the evil part, right?
Well, the whole reason that you're making a lot of money is because the majority of people are losing money. Because gambling is a losing game. The house always wins. That's how the casinos stay afloat. There would be no casinos if they didn't win. So by default,
Yeah, but wouldn't you know that Tate logic where it's like, if I don't steal your money, someone else will? Wouldn't that logic apply to the gambling crowd? Like, I'm not gonna lie, all my homies, everyone I've ever had around me who's gambled or went to the casino, I've always said secretly in my head, I hope he loses everything and I hope his children starve. I don't know why. I've always hated gamblers. So it just seems like taking gamblers' money, it seems like the best thing ever. Like, you want to abandon your family for gambling?
okay, so why can't you apply that logic to the losers who can't get women who pay for it online?
Because you cannot control the woman thing. You cannot.
You can't control
That
a woman?
woman thing. No, you can't. You have no control over it. Like one in the chat, if some people are destined to to bag up groceries at it's not that they're destined. It's that they got dealt a horrible hand. So imagine going your whole life not being able to go on one date. I feel horrible for those people. I can't.
There's no way you actually believe that. There's no way you actually believe some men are destined.
You believe that, the liar? You've gone to Walmart every day of your life and you ignored those men who are not married. Everyone in the chat ignores those men. You guys say You guys make memes of those men. You post memes of those men on Twitter. You post memes of them, like dude with groceries, and you make memes about them.
Is it not their fault?
To be honest, Nico, if someone's like a fat 4'11" guy, how much fault are you really gonna put on him? Really, come on.
Okay, well, what about Jeff Bezos is 5'6", something like that. He got a hair transplant. Pavel Durov, the Telegram guy, he got a hair transplant. Elon Musk got a hair transplant. You seen the pictures of him in 1998?
Sure Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk was the average Joe.
They were regular guys. They look like regular guys without the hair transplant and money and without the company.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like the white pill and it's cute, and I love when you do that for your community. But let's be real. Some people are just dealt a bad hand. Okay, some people are paraplegic. Some people are whatever, and we gotta just look at it through the lens of let's say reincarnation was real. You know how hard you would learn your lesson if reincarnation was real? Because God would be like, you know what, this is pretending like a 4'11" obese guy can just make it in life, just because he gave him a little white pill on his show. You know what I want to teach people a lesson? You're gonna be reborn as that. And that's why I get really afraid of doing this whole everyone can make it.
Well, they can. They can. See, here's the white pill in this. If you look at a lot of the people that are addicted to, I met this one guy in Turkey. No, not in Turkey, in Lebanon. And he came up and he said like he's a love speech member. He's part of the community. And he's like, how do I want to do something in life? And he was sick and weird. But the thing was, he was a good looking guy. He was 5'11". He was just addicted to and he didn't put himself out there. The majority of people that consume this stuff, that gamble or that end up looking at cam girls, they're normal people, but they just get sucked into their vices. The majority of people that make up the consumer base of the scam companies, they're not 4'11" fat people. They're regular people who don't put themselves out there. Look at them. If it was true that it was the 4'11" dude, then why are so many of the people that sign up to cam girls married? They're married and they're just in unhappy marriages where they can't their own wives, and so they look for girls online. It's not always the dumb loser.
Okay, so who are all those people we see at Walmart?
Walmart, a lot of them are like fat black people.
Yeah, okay, but you know, we all go to Walmart and we see that 80% of them are unfulfilled and they're not they don't have access to dating. They don't have access to anything. Sometimes it's okay to say that, hey, they got dealt a bad hand.
I don't think if you talk to them. Okay, when's the last time you've been to a Walmart?
Ah, it's been years.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not allowed there. I'm Chad.
Well, if you go to Walmart and you talk to these people, like they're the type of people that, play the lottery or they're from a small town. Like Walmart is a very rural, small town. The thing that's holding them back is not the fact that they're ugly and fat, because you can go to the gym. If you get enough money, you can get the hair transplant. Like even going to the gym is fixes 90% of people. I think something like 70% of American adults are overweight.
Okay. Well, explain to Zoomers. They good looking, go to the gym, they do everything right, they try and be social, they're on TikTok, and then, dude, they don't even go on dates anymore.
Okay, because
what the is that about?
The thing that's holding them back.
Us. They give us money.
Right. But it explains the whole tape philosophy of escaping the matrix. Right. These people, what's holding them back is that they don't know how to think big. They don't know how to think outside of their small hometown. They literally do not know how to think.
Yeah, but when they watch you all day and they never change their mindset. You know that there's going to be chatters, like 80-90% of your chat is going to watch you for the rest of your life, and you never really got them to like start their life. They kind of just says, oh, it's entertainment. Wouldn't you say they got dealt a bad hand of DNA?
No.
Like, what's the difference from a Walmart guy and some influencer who's on YouTube? It's like different strands of DNA.
It's the choice. It's a decision to think big. It's a decision to not be normal. It's a decision because you can look at. I've documented my entire thing. I've been saying that I don't want to be regular when I was 14. Before I knew I was going to be tall and handsome and all this stuff, I decided I am not going to follow the traditional path. This is what I'm going to do. I've documented it all. I'm living proof of that.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say there's something in your DNA that makes you different from your family members?
No, I don't think. I think I'm like a little above average intelligence.
Brothers aren't like you.
Who?
How come your brothers don't want the money, the fame, the whatever?
They do. They do.
Oh, open YouTube channels?
No, they don't want the fame, but of course they want to be successful.
There it is. You can tell someone wants something if they actually open a channel.
A YouTube channel is not the only metric of success. That's
Well, whatever. I'm talking about for isn't 95% of students or 85% they say they want to be influencers? So isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Here's what you're not realizing is a lot of the people that, like all the people that were in theater or whatever, wanted to be comedians or wanted to be directors when I was younger, they didn't take the step to be a YouTuber, which was the untraditional path. That was the path that you take yourself. Right? What's laid out in front of you, if you go to theater and you get good grades, then maybe you'll get to go to, a theater school and you'll get an acting gig. Or if you go to film school and you become an intern for this, then you're going to get the chance when you're 35 years old to be an assistant director for Martin Scorsese, and then you could direct your movie when you're 45. That's the path that they laid out. When I decided I'm going to take my own path, and most people never have the initiative to do it.
Yeah, I'm an iPhone charger. Okay, so maybe...
Assalamu alaikum.
This reminds me of talking to E. I guess I'm more of a nature, you're more of a nurture argument, right?
No, I just think it's a personal decision. Something, you have a moment where you decide to take the red pill and do what you want and be independent. And
yeah, but okay, let's look at that moment as a spark from a flame. Does everyone get that spark? No. Some people's DNA is open to that spark, and that is the best looking woman I've ever seen in my life just walking right by. Dude, this place is crazy. That spark, Sneeko, is unique to you. You graduated from high school and no one else did what you did. It has nothing to do with your skill set. Because all skill sets come after imaging. God sends like a couple people the right imaging, and everyone else gets like very mediocre imaging, right? And I'm convinced Walmart zombies are soulless human beings, bro.
What you're disregarding is everybody has the opportunity to make that leap, and then most people just
but what's an opportunity if you don't have imaging? You go, oh, I want to start it, but I don't know how. Or it's kind of weird. But if you have the imaging in your head, you go, oh shit, I already saw it. I know I can do it. And very few people have the imaging. And imaging is like, do you know that the soul is considered in esoteric? It's in the esoteric world, it's considered imaging. It's just image. And so some people have way colorful imaging and they go very far in life, and other people play Fortnite and have horrible imaging, right? And you could tell someone's like a winner because in the world of forms and blueprints, if you can't see what you want to do, even if you're doing it wrong. But if you can kind of see it, or it's like those dreams you go back to. Have you ever gone to your bed and been like, oh, if I go back to bed, hopefully I can go back into that dream? Some people can do that with their daydreams. Some people are unconsciously do it with their daydreams. And those are the winners. And I think it's like a DNA thing.
Well, you just changed your argument, because in the beginning you were talking about the 411 fatty, and now it's about the DNA of someone who has an imaging brain and someone who doesn't. Can't you create that brain? Can't you develop that?
Bro, I genuinely think the guys who grow taller in life have better imaging. Like, they believe they could grow taller.
Okay, that's just, there's no, what's the proof there?
Well, there's studies who show that men grow if they feel more loved by their parents. Do you believe that?
What study shows that? There's no, you're pulling that out of your
Well,
ass.
maybe, I guess it's a saying, but Chad, have you ever heard if you got a lot of love from your parents, the baby grows fatter, taller? Bro, children who are not loved are small. It's true.
There's no way that's true. There's no way that's true.
Chad, I'm not making it up, but I know it sounds, but there's definitely studies out there.
Okay, then explain the NBA.
Yeah, they feel love from their parents, these black people.
From their one mom?
Well, that's the thing. If a mom does a great job, even if the dad's not in the picture, you can feel loved. Yeah, NBA players have great moms, even if it's a single mom. It's not like rappers.
Okay, so again, you keep moving the goalposts. At first, it was love from the parents, and now it's one mom who's fat and has 10 kids, dividing her attention from her baby daddy that left.
Bro, all right. First of all, I got to move the goalpost to my original position, which was correct. It's not about the parents' love and stuff. That's just what people say, right? I'm just adding that as a comparison. It's really, if you believe you can grow taller, you'll grow exponentially taller. Yes, believe that, I just get taller and taller, and you went higher. And then the pessimistic people are like, oh, man, I only grew an inch this summer. They got stuck there through their pessimism. And, it's been talked about for thousands of years that there's a subjective and an objective truth that overlaps, where your free will that is ordained by God can affect the material world, and your body can affect things. And I believe that.
Okay.
100%.
Then explain Elliot Rodgers.
What about him?
Guy was like 6 feet tall, good jawline, traditionally attractive, all this stuff. And the guy completely gave up. He had like good parents for the most part. Why did he end up hating women and killed 7 sorority girls?
Because of his imaging. He never could see himself having a girlfriend, and that repulsed women when they're around him. His imaging is off.
Why was his imaging off?
Attractive? Was he?
He was what?
How was he? I don't think anyone's ever wrote that he's attractive.
He's have you seen the pictures of him?
Yeah, he looks like a creep.
Bro, he kind of looks like you without a beard. he kind of looks like what? You kind of look like Elliot Rodgers. If you were 5'11" without the beard, you kind of look like him.
Yeah, but dude, I've always had this.
Does anyone see it?
Bro, I've always had this imaging processing in my head where when I walk in, everyone wants me. And most people don't have that.
Okay, how do you develop that? Because it's something you can't just say that it's DNA. Because what the argument is here is you're saying it's innate. I'm saying you can develop it, and you have to apply more personal responsibility. I have the conservative opinion that you got to pull yourself up by your bootstrap. You have the liberal, democratic, victim, nothing is my fault argument.
Well, my opinion is so liberal that it's actually race realism. Yours is liberal.
How is it race?
Right? like the certain groups have distinct DNA differences, right? That's mine is the right wing position, not yours. Yours is the liberal one. That I'm just fluid. I can just change my intellect if I work hard in school.
No, you can't compare identity politics to hard work and what you're supposed to be and pulling yourself up. That's not the
Bro, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. But when talent works 1%, it destroys hard work. Hard work is the biggest shit I've ever heard. Hard work was me working 15-hour streams, making half of what I make now, not working. Hard work is the biggest lie there is, bro.
Well, because you have to work smart.
Recognize your talent and exploit it. Recognize your talent and exploit it. That's the name of the game.
Okay, working smarter supersedes working hard every time. And the 15-hour streams was a domino effect to be able to put you in position to what you can do now. But let me bring it to the...
There's no such thing as working hard if you're talented at something. It's easy.
There's so many...
Most people are... Here's what a human is. A human is good at basketball and he plays golf. A human is good at YouTube and he tries to become a boxer. You know, like humans are mentally ill, bro. Just stay on your strengths, bro.
Okay, then explain before how you talk about how you could read the Bible and you could pray to God and you can ask things and God will answer. Doesn't God answer your prayers if you really want something, if you really want to add value to the world? Isn't reading the Bible
but
enough?
the want, the imaging, want is imaging. And most people lie about their imaging. They say, hey, I want to be a YouTuber. Hey, I want to be... No, you don't. Your background, the world you're in will show you what your want is. If you say, I want to be a YouTuber, but there's like an alcohol around you, that's not your want. Your want is like to reconnect with your family and mom and shit like that. That's why you're drinking the baby bottle and stuff. The want is the imaging. And most people's imaging is wrong. They're 100%. Bro, do you know when the unconscious becomes conscious, most people start crying that they're relieved. They're finally they can stop chasing their own tail. And yeah, the scary part is, no one wants to face it, but your want isn't even your want. And it's so sad when you figure that out. But then you make millions of miles of progress, right? Or if you ever see a human's want align, right, with his needs, like his imaging and all that, when this shit aligns, you could just, and the whole world gets out of that person's way. But most people are phonies, right? They want something completely different from what they work hard at. And here's the scary part is, bro, most careers are working hard at something that you're going to eventually let go. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not really your want. And there's even in Eastern Buddhist kind of thinking, they say, or Jung would say, learn your skills well and be prepared to let them go. Because if you don't, you're going to destroy yourself. People will attach to certain skill sets, right? Documentaries, and then he evolves to being a streamer. That's a perfect example of how to evolve, right? Where he doesn't like pigeonhole himself, but then also like change. Bro, if you look at your content throughout the years, your wants have changed, and that change is the soul looking for meaning, right? Because the soul cannot exist without meaning. It'll go crazy. There's nothing that scares a man more than living a life with no meaning. That's why those channels that are about like eating food, fast food, and then they gain 400 pounds and then they start to like themselves. Yeah, anytime you grow a career without meaning, you're headed for right. And I don't talk about like a physical. Most suicide on earth is not physical. Most suicide is the death inward, not outward, mm-hmm. Meaning the death of your soul. And when you realize that, oh, wow, 80% of people at Walmart have already killed, it's just not the outward.
But that's
one.
why I'm saying
like
it's their fault. It's their, if you realize that the soul needs meaning and that you need to do what you want to do and you need to follow your passions, I think everybody comes to that decision around 14, 15 years old. When you're in high school.
Look at Walmart, Nico. Look at the people in Walmart. They're 40, 50, 60.
They gave up.
Most humans
they relinquished everybody had that decision where they could choose to, because if you ask a 5, 6-year-old kid, 7-year-old, whatever, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do they say? I want to be a baseball player. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a director. I want to be a movie star. They don't say Walmart. So there comes a time at 14, 15 where you decide to give up your dream, relinquish that to take the safe option. You choose to give up on your soul. You choose to commit because you know that life is all about meaning. It's about serving a higher purpose. Once you choose to relinquish that, you have given up. So we need to blame these people. We need to put responsibility on these people for giving up the dream of being an astronaut to be at Walmart.
It doesn't matter if you blame them because they're done. They're dead. There's no, it's over.
But the argument in the beginning was you're saying that it's just DNA. I'm saying these people for choosing that.
You cannot, that's why no one in history has ever done this, right? Or some people say Mustache Man got close. He gave a whole homeless crowd of people meaning in Germany and, but look at this. The only thing you could do is save these people from an outward death, which is suicide of the physical body. But you will never, ever save these people from their undead zombies. It's over for them. You could talk all day. You could talk about God, right? All you could do is save their physical body, right? By encouraging them to keep going and stuff. But let's be honest, the 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old man at Walmart, he'll never, ever play in this field again.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the 40, 50-year-old, it's over.
That's why young people, some of them go through mental breaks and they can jump in, but it's very few.
Yeah.
But that's why I tell young people, hey, when you're out of the game, you know that thing I do where I pick you up and I say, keep moving forward, Jesus is king? Yeah, there'll come a point where that day you'll cross a barrier where you won't even be able to watch positive content. And you'll be done 40, 50, 60, 70 at Walmart. There will come a day where nothing can save you. That's how important it is to remain sober-minded and work hard at your dreams at a young age. If you think, I'll just start at 25, 30, dude, I got another thing coming for you, because once the soul dies, it's over, period.
That's why it's better for that 40, 50, 60-year-old to live vicariously through their son. Have a kid. And then if you failed at your dream, make sure that you invest all your energy into letting your kid not make the same mistakes that you made.
100% agree with that. Without family, you're done, bro. Your life will suck.
What has it been like with seeing your dad for the first time in a while?
It's crazy because, he's getting to the age of retirement, but you've seen him. He, moves young. He's, very youthful. He's nothing like his age. And he's getting to the point where it's all he wants to do is help me win because my job is so flexible compared to my brother's. So we're going to do a lot more stuff together. But yeah, all we do is talk. My dad got really into the Kabbalion. He hates spiritual texts. He hates religion, all that. He thinks it's all garbage. But he likes the Kabbalion stuff. And that's all we do is talk about all his mind and stuff like that. And I go through my life experiences and what I've come to find is true. And then we go through his life experiences and the stuff that overlap, we really cross-examine. And then we look at our mistakes and it's it's pretty identical mistakes. It's a lot of times us just getting used by family or friends and stuff like that. And, or for me, it's Heel Mike or whatever. But it's been crazy trip. Not the most fun because obviously we want our other family members here. But my dad genuinely believes in the exact same stuff as I do. That he goes, dude, there is nothing. He said to me, you and are unstoppable, but you keep stopping. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? He's like, you guys forget that you have blessed lives. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? He's like, bro, you got your whole job on an iPhone. People keep forgetting you have blessed lives. You guys, because, we hang around like a cheeser and stuff like this, and we go, everyone has this life. Not really. Go to Walmart, bro. We have extremely blessed lives. And that's not even counting all the women and stuff. I was even telling my cousins and friends here, they're like, do you go clubbing and stuff like that? I'm like, no, not really. I have this life where I'll get a hotel and everyone from the club will just come to my hotel. And that way there's no male competition. Right? It's just me. And then my cousin's like, what the f-? That's how you party? And I'm like, yeah. And I forgot that, it's only been a year for me. And I'm like, dude, my life is so blessed. Like, do you remember the days where you have to go talk to a girl 2 hours at the club and shit like that? And now it's like, I get so impatient. I go, my youth. But my dad thinks it's so cringe because he's like, you used to have games, son, and now you're just going red card. He just played my ultimate card. I won, bitch. So yeah, I swear to God, man. I swear to God, there's the only thing better than being noticed by people in society is telling them to notice you. But yeah, my dad thinks you and I are super ungrateful because, like, we keep forgetting. We'll complain about a fish or some French fries or stuff, and my dad's like, dude, because my dad said, I've never seen you and Sneeko work. And I'm like, no, Dad, that camera stuff is the work. And he's like, what? Wouldn't you guys just behave like that without the cameras? I'm like, yeah, true. True, we would. We would literally make our jokes off camera, too.
Probably way more off camera. But tell your dad
my dad says we live ungrateful lives because we keep joking. Well, he said, if you guys were smart, you guys would just make money.
No, that's... Tell your dad.
I know.
Obviously, I don't think he hates religion. He did say "Salam Alaikum" to, which that is a sign.
Oh, he's super respectful, dude. He's so respectful. But for him personally, he can't get over the problem of evil that Plato talked about, where it's like, why do people suffer? Why are people born without arms and legs? Why are people born in Palestine right now? Why would God allow suffering on earth? That question he cannot even rationalize. Well, no one can, right? But he hates that question. He thinks the problem of evil question has never been answered. Very Nietzschean.
Yeah, I mean, everything happens for a reason, and it's supposed to appreciate, like, you're not going to appreciate water until the well is dry. These types of things.
I always make the argument: wouldn't it be a scarier world if you knew why? Because then you know God's plan.
Well, we do. I mean, everything is prophesized. We do know that the end times are coming. We know that Jesus is going to return. We know that they're trying to summon the Antichrist called the Mashiach. We know that this is supposed to happen. We know that 90% of the population is going to get wiped out. We know the majority of the population.
This is why I want to live with Sneeko, bro. I love this content. We have not done Moshiach content in a year, and you try to trick me with Europa. Let's react to Europa. There's better shit out there, bro. There's better shit out there. I want to JQ harder, man.
Well, that's not even JQ. I'm just like, all this stuff is predetermined. Most people are going to follow when the Mashiach, the false Messiah, returns. Or no, when he arrives, most people are going to fall for him. That's predetermined.
Yeah. One in the chat, if we should just go outside of a synagogue and ask these questions in the streets of New York.
I've tried to, but they don't like to talk. They don't really like to. They'd rather stay secretive about this stuff. Also, we would need security and stuff like that. I mean, this stuff is in the books. Like, you don't even need to. You know what? If I do end up staying, we should get a rabbi on and just ask him questions. But they don't want us to know this information, so they're gonna lie.
Yeah, I would love to bring some text from the Talmud and be like, yo, can you interpret these? Because there is this guy on YouTube who breaks down the whole, yes, we are God's chosen people, and when people want to convert to Judaism, we always ask them, why would you want to take on the 612 mitzvahs and blah, 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 and why would you want to take on such a task? And when I was thinking of, like, ancient Judaism, I'm like, it was a big task. Like, to convert, it's like, it's not the fun part, it's the hard part. And that's when I realized, I'm like, am I being brainwashed? Is this guy getting to me? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm going to interview these guys.
Yeah, it takes like 7 years or something. And even then, I think in their book, it says that they're never really accepted. Like, the converted is not considered on the same level as an actual, like, ethnic. Whereas a Muslim or, like, a Christian, once you convert, you're part of the team. It's very simple. But also, I like the fact that your dad thinks that we don't appreciate our blessings and stuff. Because if you have, like, a layer of depression, which I know you have and I have, then you're always going to keep on working. Then you stay hungry. And then you're always going to be striving. I think that if I was too not grateful, if I was too happy with my circumstances, then I wouldn't work hard. Part of the reason why I'm always striving and, like, spending weeks and thousands of dollars on a documentary I make no money on is because I still need to feed that hungry artist that's there, that hungry.
That's the thing, bro. The painting is not made by the painter. the painter is made by the painting. If you don't exercise that artistic talent, you go crazy, crazy, right? It's an archetypal pattern, which is like just an organizing principle of energies that flow through man. And you have the artist one. That's why I think you have to keep doing documentaries. But I always hate saying this because anytime I say this, I always forget. This is like when people say this shit to me, I go, that's a lot of hours. Because isn't it a lot of hours for that one?
That was a lot of work, a lot of editing, a lot of like recording, translators, traveling. Yo, just
long. I was surprised how long it was. I was like, whoa, Stico did a long one.
Just the travel, all that. It was I would say 20 to 30 hours of work on that you make no money on. But yeah, it is for the sanity. But I think you make a good point. I'm thinking about it right now. Even my dad is watching this podcast and he's like, you should come back to Miami. But what is actually there for me in America anymore? I was actually like literally pondering 2 days ago, just getting my assistant to pack up some of my important stuff, coming back in a week after he gets time to get with his family that I need. I don't even know what I have in my apartment that I really need anymore. But what I
know what you have there. You got leeches around you, and bro, you know those comment section where they say, "Yo, you guys are just around hoes in Miami," and we would compare it to the darker hoes, and we'd be like, "No, they're not really hoes." Now that I'm in Europe for a while, I'm like, I think it's true. I think I'm actually around human beings again because I'm not on edge. There's no like, yo, are you trying to take my money? Are you trying to steal this? Bro, I'm just actually talking to humans. That's the one reason I'm staying because I'm like, holy, it's been 10 years since Twitch, YouTube, all these industries were around. Weirdos, man.
But you got used to the chaos. It seems like you got used to that sort of energy. Have you?
Well, in my head, I'm a bouncer. So I'm like, yeah, that's not normal to have a friend. But in my head, I'm from the club, so I'm like, oh, this is a normal life. That's not normal at all.
No, it's really demonic.
Here, these play with dough and bread here. They work in a regular shop. I haven't seen that in a while. I didn't even realize that you and I just stay in international cities. New York, Miami. No shit, we're around weirdos. If you make it no one can afford food in an international city. You have to really be out there. You have to be like fighting on the streets, Rich. You know, you have to be wild to make it when I realized that all of our friends, producers, managers, everyone we've ever interacted with is international city people, and they make these excuses like, I'm actually from Dallas. No, you did everything you could to make it to New York. So you're a New Yorker, but you're a slime ball.
The truth about the international city thing is the more densely populated a place is, the stronger the influence is. That means there's going to be more clubbing, there's going to be more stuff, there's going to be more usury, banking, all this. They come in.
And even if you avoid all of it, for some reason, you don't have peace of mind because it's happening downstairs from your building.
Yeah, it's they're running in the tunnels beneath the city, literally in New York. The further you go out, when you go to more rural, small town places, the less influence there's going to be. A place like Bosnia has absolutely. And then you see like, oh wait, there's no Starbucks here. There's not even a McDonald's in Bosnia. They have none of this large corporation thing. You don't see the giant, mystique billboard ads where they're selling painkillers. All that exists in the more densely populated international cities.
My favorite part of visiting Balkans is no one has a favor they can do me. Where in America, you'll meet someone like Kane. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, wait, explain.
And he'll have a favor. These managers will do you a favor, and a favor always comes at a cost. And then your life spirals a bit, blah, blah, blah. Here, they kind of just, hey, I have nothing for you, Zherka, but let's kick it. And because they have no favor to give me, they fuck my life up at all. There's no like, I got to do something for you type shit. I really like being top dog here instead of being top dog in Miami. In Miami, it's, bro, go through your contact list of people you talk to in Miami, and you'll see how much you don't trust them. You're going to be shocked.
Yeah, off the top of my head, when I think about going back, I'm like, what's there? I don't have a girlfriend. There's chicks there, but I don't have a girlfriend. My friends are Myron and Fresh. And then even, Like, how much does Fresh like me? Myron, you know, like, you know, like, let's be real, bro. Like, let's be real. I like Fresh, of
Why
course.
do you guys do this with Fred?
No. Like,
Why?
you know, what else? Who else is in Miami?
You check this out.
Gary? Like,
I'm flying. I listen. The people that I like from Miami, I'm flying them out because here I pay for a penthouse $1,500 a month. Food is $4 to $8 a day, which a lot of people think I'm lying. Google it. And there's no other expenses, meaning all of my money is going into supercars, living a great life like that. And people are like, wait, are you sure you want to rent supercars? Like 3 of them at the same time?
What's so funny, you don't even like supercars. There's zero part of you that likes supercars. You want a supercar because Tate has the supercars, bro. Be real.
Well, no, it started with check this out. It started with it's not even a supercar, it's an ATV. I have never, ever owned an ATV. So that's what I mean by like toys, right? I don't give a shit if it's like and by supercar I mean like a G-Wagon. I don't mean like Ferraris and stuff. But I'm saying like we men like toys. We don't really like houses as much as women. And it seems like the greatest swap. You can have both of them out here. Now I know I went to Romania. And anyone I want from Miami, I'll just fly them here. Because there's so much extra money in my life living out here that I can just fly everyone out, and I don't even feel like a simp doing it because it's. I'll just say that if you lived 1 year in Bosnia or 1 year in Albania or 1 year whatever, I think you're gonna come back as the richest YouTuber in the game easily because just from saving, like.
Nah.
Yeah,
you don't make money by saving. You make money by making more money.
That's true. That means you have to be around YouTubers, which are all in Miami, right?
Exactly. Like you money attracts money. When you're around these people, you get inspired.
Yeah. No, you're right. 100%. You destroyed me there. I was why I'm not even debating it is because I agree. But there is this peace of mind thing that I love with this European lifestyle, where I'm gonna just enter America for the collabs. I don't think I'm ever living there, bro.
I understand. I had dinner last night with this this Muslim influencer Shamsi. I don't know if you know him. He's an Algerian guy. He went to prison. And he lives in like he lives in an apartment. I don't want to say where it is, stuff like that. He lives in a normal apartment. He was wearing a thobe, and then we ate on the floor. Like he just got a like the Muslims eat like this. Like when there's a lot of people, you just sit around and then eat like with your hands. Yeah. You're gonna make the white people joke about how it's like barbarian, but this is how it is in a lot of places.
We do it too.
Okay, good. That's why they call you a.
I'll just say this, Nico. I went to a funeral recently with my dad, and there was a 25-minute Muslim prayer with singing. And my dad's never experienced anything like that. And I'm like, yeah, some Albanians take this shit serious, bro.
No, subhanAllah. And then being around that guy, like, it puts a lot more in. I've been around so many Muslims on this trip. It's like, even the desire to make that much money, I'm kind of like, it's dope. Like, of course I want that. But wouldn't it be nice to be the guy that just has God, and then he has his library full of books, and then you have the company and good conversation?
Well, here's the thing. Part of me, because I'm go, I'm very Western. Part of me thinks, when I read Jung and the process of individuation, he makes strong, compelling arguments that people that are very go, like, when they do slow down and put career on the back burner, that they actually make more with their career, not less. Meaning, lives in Bosnia will be more project oriented, and he will not waste time in US. When he's in the US, it'll just be collab, and he'll leave. He'll actually be more on schedule, because to individuate is to incorporate your shadow traits, right? If you're very go mindset, you don't know how to stop, then your shadow is go. It makes you money, but it's also damaging your life. So I'm telling you, bro, because I'm still a greedy guy, bro. I love money and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I'm not giving that up. But when I read Jung, he says this is pretty much speaking to me, Zherka types who are reckless and have go energy, when they move and live out in Switzerland in the meadows, they don't become hippies. They balance out and produce better content, better comedy, better shit, better money. They don't actually become hippies. The guys who are already soft, when they go to the meadows, those guys become hippies. But high energy stereotypes, they actually individuate correctly.
I don't
They
know
don't
if that's
become
true. I'm
hippies
thinking
at
about two
all.
examples like that came to my head. When Ye in 2018 he went to Wyoming for a year, and then when Dave Chappelle ditched the industry and then he went to Africa for 7 years. You remember that? They didn't really. I mean, Ye
Yep.
produced. Actually, yeah, Ye produced albums for his whole production company. He did. He made this album Ye. He made Jesus is King. He made Pusha T's album.
Yeah.
He made Tiana Taylor's album, and he made one for Nas. He produced like all those albums. They released them back to back to back.
And he didn't go crazy. When people lives in Miami, he will go crazy. That's why, bro, look at him smile when he's in Boston, you know, compared to his whole year of content with me, Fresh Fit. It's not the same, bro. Bro, when you were on ATV, as soon as you got off screen, I said, yeah, I'm living here. I've never even, I need that ATV so bad, bro. Meadow fields, and the best part is, I love being alone. In US, being alone is kind of like or it's kind of like feels constricted. I love being alone in Europe. I don't know why. I love being alone, and I'm not gonna lie though. If I was broke, I would never stay in Europe. I want to spend 1 minute here. But if you have money, it's the best place ever.
Yeah, you gotta lap a lot of people. I was thinking part of the other reason why I could do it is because the girls that I want to get married to, they're so righteous, and like there's one girl that I really want to get married to, and her meher, which is like the payment for marriage, it wasn't 2,000, it wasn't 1,000, it was reciting a surah from the Quran. So that's her, and then even then she watches the content stuff like this, and she's like, okay, you smoke. Or you flirt with girls. Like everything that she's saying that's holding her back from even meeting is justified, because this is not what you're supposed to do as a Muslim. If I was in Miami, there would be like, you know, it's over. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be on Friday. Yeah. Even I started talking to this.
Even if you were married in Miami, one argument and you're gonna talk to some Miami girl that day, or you just get in your head because you see girls acting like hoes in public, and then you think your woman's gonna be like that too. Bro, I get what you mean, bro. I get the whole we wasted so much time feeling, bro. I feel like I wasted my whole life in. Well, you did really, if you think about it, because you've been popping for a while. You could have left a long time ago.
Where
you wasted a shit ton of your life.
I wasted a shit ton of my life doing what? This?
Well, you popped up on YouTube many years ago. You could have ditched Miami life years ago. Now, what are you going to stay with Salim for the rest of your life and the Nelk Boys? You could have ditched. You could have been married. You could have been normal life. Instead, you know what I mean? And, bro, there's this thing that happens that you're going to get a new wind when you have a kid, where you're going to go harder. You're not going to hippie out, and we're not going to let you.
Do you have the thing where you get FOMO, like when you see other streamers become more famous and get the accolades, you're like, that should be me?
I get that when I see OF pimps do good, because I know I would kill that industry. but I swear to God, that's the only reason I don't like Date, because I'm like, bro, you're a kickboxer. If I turned it down, you should have turned it down. You know, I'm corrupt and I turned it down. Did you? You know, I hate that. Like, bro, I would have made 100 mil with the OF people I know. Like, it would have been insane. But yeah, I hate that easy road. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. No, when I see YouTubers who do pranks get 1 million hits, I never think like, oh, it should be me. I think like, YouTube prank channel.
Yeah, I saw this video pop up on my feed today, and I was like, wait, this is what I'm going back to Miami for? It was Steve Will Do It and Steiny, and they're in Costco with this guy, and they're like, and the cookie bookie bookie. And then they take the bite of the thing, and they're like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, boom, dude. And they're like, cookie dookie. And I'm like, this is, what the fuck am I going back to Miami for? For cookie poopy.
And they're not even, I swear to God, bro, they're not even that attractive in Miami. I think we're tripping.
I don't even, this, there really is, you know, maybe I should do it. I think that'd be inspiring to a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people that hit me up about the documentaries. Well, actually, I'll just say it.